Excuse me, and my little conures are over there being conures. So I want to talk about like things my professors say to me, or say just things my professors say, because some of the things they say like really, it's really like mind-blowing sometimes, like the things they say. I actually made like a document so I remember all of like I've been like making notes all week when I should have actually probably been taking notes for class. I've been doing this. So that's the kind of student I am. Alright, so ouch, that's really loud. I had a history of graphic design professor was talking about like typography and like how it got to where it is in the printing press, and she goes, and Paris is a large country too. Okay. I don't know much about maps, but I'm pretty sure Paris is not a country. And like it wasn't like she corrected herself, she just left it at that. Okay, Paris is a country. Something I learned new this week. I think I mentioned this in my last video about things people say about my tattoos. He wasn't even a teacher, he was like a tech guy, helper person, and he told me he didn't like tattoos because he was Jewish and the Nazis tattooed his family. Okay. Then I have another guy. I had him my freshman year, and now I have him again, and I took him because he doesn't give too much BS work in a class that is a BS class, so I don't need any more BS work in this class. What are you doing? She's being a weirdo. So when he talks something like I talk when I'm trying to think while talking, but he does this all the time. Like, he should have a lesson plan of sorts, and he'll just, I can't, alright, here's my impression, and, this is, the, thing that we are going to do. No, it's called a fucking assignment. Just, it's not the thing that we're going to be doing, it's an assignment. If we really want to break it down, assignment starts with ass, which you might be familiar with because you are one. He also had a relatively awkward moment where he was searching for something on Google, and like the first thing that came up was like a video of porn. And I didn't see it because I was watching some weird kid that was saying something that was interesting, and my friend who's like sits at my table saw it and was like, fucking porn, like what just happened? And it was really awkward, and he's an awkward guy to begin with. He says 25 times in 5 minutes. I know because I've counted. So yeah, it was painful. But yeah, apparently porn is on his favorites. Okay. If I were a professor, I would watch my porn on a separate computer, so things like that didn't happen. I also, like, I hate when professors give pop quizzes. There's no need. Like, I'll study if you tell me there's something coming, but it's like, I can't read 5 pages of a textbook and happen to know the 5 sentences you're gonna pick to put on the 5-question pop fucking quiz. And she gave us one, and I got like a check minus. And her reasoning for not like grading it was because I guess we all did really shitty. Stop it. And she said, oh, you guys didn't read your textbooks. Well, one, she assigned reading chapters 1 through 4 the first week of class. So that's when I read it. And we're like 4 weeks into class now, and she gave us the pop quiz the other day. I'm sorry, was I supposed to remember 5 specific sentences from 4 chapters 4 weeks ago? Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I absolutely love that video, and the music, it's just so catchy. I sing it at work when I'm bored, so excuse that. And I'm so white when I say it, but that's totally okay. So apparently I'm supposed to be prepared for a pop quiz on a reading I had to read 4 weeks ago. And she picked 5 sentences. And that is how she checks if I read the textbook or not. Okay, I'm not following the logic, but oh, can you go on my shoulder and not sit on my finger? Thank you. She likes hands. She has to like sit on hands, or like sometimes she'll hold my hand or do this. She'll do this. She's not biting at all. She's just holding, nibbling. She's a cutie. Anyway, so then this same professor decided okay, so we have to do 2 research papers in this class, which isn't that, I mean, it sucks. It fucking sucks. Nobody likes research papers, but whatever. You gotta do it. It's college, so just get it done. But she wants, like, outlines to, like, grade, which is fucking annoying as it is, because don't spell check my outline. An outline is just thoughts, and don't. So, that's annoying. And she's gonna grade you on, like, how well your paper actually follows the outline. So say, while writing the paper, I realize I have to, like, explain something else, or it's not gonna make any sense. Doesn't fucking matter. If I didn't put it in the outline, even if it's more useful, I'm gonna get points taken off. Because I'm supposed to think out every little detail before actually writing it. Which doesn't happen. I don't know anyone that, like, knows exactly what they're gonna write when they start writing. And I have writer friends. It just doesn't fucking happen. But anyway, so she has the first, we had to do like the outline for the first research paper, whatever, did that, did fine. And then we have like the first paper due. And the first paper is due on the 20th. So like in like a week or like a week and a half, say, whatever. Not bad, I have time. But our second research paper, now don't forget about this one, we have to write an outline for this one too. And the second research paper isn't due until April 10th. And mind you, at the moment, it's February 7th. I still have to get through midterms and spring break and all kinds of shit before this other research paper is due. But she wants the second outline for this paper, well, the first outline for the second paper. The only outline for the second paper. I can't explain this because the logic is just fucking with me. She wants this outline due on Monday, which is like a week before the first paper is even due. So right now I have like 6 fucking huge books checked out of the library to write an outline. So I'm gonna have to like return these books and re-find them again. Or I could not procrastinate and write the paper right away, but it's probably not gonna happen because I don't like writing papers, which is why I always take my paper writing classes in the spring. Little did I know, this one was a paper writing class, too. Then there's always that one professor that's like, what a deep, insightful thought. I'm like, really? Really? Because I whipped that shit out of my ass faster than you can blink. Like, that was not insightful. That was me blowing steam up your butt. That's all it was. Was so very insightful, and that was a great presentation. Really? Shit. Because it took me 10 minutes. And then there's presentations where I work my ass off on, and they're like, no, that's shit. No, essentially is what they say it nicer sometimes, but the same professor with the outline, non-paper logic, she does, it's like an 8 a.m. class, and she's like super passionate about her job, which is great. But I'm not really passionate about anything before 9, maybe. That's a little early too. But she'll be like, and they did it by hand with these little metal. Okay. Little too early. Calm it down. And she wants you to get involved, but because it's mostly a lecture class, it's hard to like ask questions in this class. So she'll ask stupid questions like, what does paraphrasing mean? If you're a sophomore in college or higher, you should fucking know what paraphrasing means. That probably means you've taken at least 1 or 2 college writing courses in which you've had to paraphrase in every paper you've written. Plus all the other classes that you have to write papers for. You fucking know what paraphrase means. And because it's 8 a.m., nobody wants to, like, answer this stupid as shit question. Like, bitch, it's fucking 8 a.m., And you're asking me what paraphrasing means? Really? So, we just didn't answer. She's like, if you don't know the meaning of a word, ask me. I fucking know what it means. That's why I didn't ask you. That's why I'm not answering you either, because it's a stupid fucking question. What else did I write down for things they say? Oh. I do have one. My design professor is pretty cool. He, like, comes in every morning with his tea, and he'll, like, leave. He'll be like, if you guys want to, like, take a break and get, like, a muffin, go for it, because I need my morning muffin. And, the class is, like, on the schedule as, like, starting at 8 a.m., but he was like, 8 a.m. is way too ungodly early, so we're going to start at 8:30. I was like, sweet Jesus, thank you. Because I have 8 a.m.s every single day, and I have to be at work by, like, 7:30 or 8 on the weekends to clean up all, like, the bird cages at work before... What are you doing? Before the customers really get there. Which so means I never sleep in. Your nails need to get clipped, little girl. She's a goofball. I don't know if you can hear, but she's talking, kind of. Are you mimicking me? Are you mean? Don't make fun. Yeah, you're crazy. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, yeah. On my shoulder. She likes hands, like I said. I like it when professors curse because I feel less like an uneducated slob when I curse, because basically I used to get picked on in high school. So I learned if I, like, talked a good game and, like, stop mocking me and, like, pretending I was tough even though I'm, like, all of 5 feet tall, then people would, like, leave me alone. So I got in the habit of cursing way more than I should, and it's really unattractive, and I'm trying to stop, but I just can't. I'm getting there. So anyway, my last and final professor, who I will just call Dreams, don't like him. He's kind of a pompous asshole. And I have good reasons for this. He's a photography teacher. He's like a hipster all grown up. And I really just like to use the term hipster because it's easy to describe it if you're from my area and then you know what I mean. But I'm not, don't, like, get on my case about labeling because I don't care. Yeah, whatever. So, I can't remember, like, the first thing he said that's pissed me off, but he said quite a few things. Like, I think the first thing was he was talking about, like, coffee. For, like, ever. Just going on and on about coffee. Like, how he likes the Colombian beans from Colombia, and there's this fancy kind of coffee that comes from the shit of an animal, and it's, like, amazing, and Dunkin' Donuts coffee is just below par, and he's too good for that, and blah, 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 just being a, like, prick, basically, like, and, like, it's cool to know a lot about something, but not the way he does it, because he's like, and, like, I didn't even care. I thought it was kind of funny, because he was, like, showing us how to, like, print in the dark room. Shh. And, so then, I said something, I was like, well, I don't really like coffee. And he goes, oh, it's because you're a woman. I'm, like, borderline feminist, like, I'm not, like, crazy feminist, but, I was raised to, like, make my own money, not rely on a guy. I'm perfectly happy being single, because when I have cute little animals like this, I don't need anybody. Anyway, and she's a girl, so I guess that kind of makes me a lesbian. So even so, I'm still on the right track. She's hissing at me while I talk. It's interesting. And, I was like, actually, it's because my family is super English. Like, I'm only the first generation here, and growing up, my family just gave me tea. So, and the one time I had coffee, it was in a hospital when I was a kid, And, like, I used to dip, I still do sometimes, I dip, like, graham crackers in my tea. And, like, I had, like, a little pack of, like, hospital graham crackers. So I was like, well, let me try to dip it in this coffee thing. It fucking tastes like burnt toast. I don't care. You might like coffee. And personally, I think your taste buds might be a little off. Or you've grown some kind of, like, fucking hate it. Like, it's bitter and it tastes like burnt toast. Even my tea is super sweet because I like sugar or sweetener now that I'm on Weight Watchers. Which, by the way, I've lost 6 whole pounds in 2 weeks. So that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. Okay, you need to stop mocking me. Go on my shoulder. Get on my shoulder. You don't need my hands. So yeah, that was like the first thing. And the other thing is like, I couldn't, if anybody knows the darkroom, you have to like load your film on this reel to like stick it in a canister, like put the chemicals in and make it light tight, or light, whatever. And I couldn't, me and my friend went in because I'm kind of afraid of the dark and tight spaces, and our dark room at school is like a dark room, basically a dark small closet, which is not optimal for me. So my friend went in with me, and we loaded hers no problem, and we're trying to load mine, and this shit will not fucking go on the reel. Like, everybody else is like in and out of the dark room in 10 minutes. I must just be fucking mentally challenged because I could not, for my life, get this fucking film onto the reel. I dropped the film, so I had to find that in the dark. My friend's like, look at my finger. I'm like, because that's totally possible in the dark room. It was bad. And, we're in there for like an hour and a half. That's pretty fucking pathetic. In there for an hour and a half. Our class is only 3 hours long, so half the class, I'm stuck in a dark closet. And it takes us like an hour in for him to be like, are you guys okay in there? We can't load it. Like, took him an hour. Like, I can't exactly go open the door and ask for help because I'll ruin my film. Took him an hour to ask if I'm okay. Would you get on my shoulder? When I've never been in the dark room before. Okay, he's observant. And when we get out, we have to like do the chemicals and all, and I'm leery because I don't want to screw it up. I don't feel like buying more film or more anything really. I'm cheap. And he wasn't even there to like help us. Another girl in my class that happened to do it before was there helping us. What the fuck you getting paid for? So you'd like go over to see what he was doing to like ask him a question, and he was like looking up random shit. He did the same thing when we were printing in the print lab, because I came out to show him how one of mine prints were coming to ask if he thought I was on the right track, and he's looking up water heaters. And I was like, oh, getting a new water heater? Kind of like, what the fuck you doing? You could be teaching us stuff or helping us. Like, we were helping each other, and he wasn't doing a damn thing. I wish my job were that easy. And he's like, yeah, yeah, my wife, we want to get, I think he wanted, like, an electric kind. And he's like, I'm trying to convince my wife, blah, blah, blah. And he's, like, talking about what all the benefits of it are. Like, okay. And then he, like, talks about my print, and then I go to walk away, and he's like, can I explain to you why? I'm like, sure. Why not? Just be my guest. So he's telling me about it, wasting my time when I have, like, 5 prints to get done. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, the next time I go out, he's looking up at suits. Like, why are you looking up suits? Suits. And he goes, this is the kind of suit I want, but this is the one I'm wearing. Okay, I don't care. He wears suits every day. He's real stylish. I wish I had half of his drive. But then again, he only teaches one class, and it's at 6 at night. I mean, I'd be fancy too. So he goes, well, actually, it's not exactly like my suit. It's actually like, it was like something bone. I don't know. It was some kind of suit. And he goes, obviously. Why would I know that? I don't wear suits. I don't know a damn thing about suits. I know men in suits look pretty damn good. That's all I know. Don't know a damn thing other than that. So, okay. And then, like, the other day, he was talking about the Super Bowl, and I was like, well, I don't really like the Super Bowl. And he goes, blah, 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 communist, blah, blah. I'm like, just because I don't have the same opinion doesn't mean I'm a communist. Just means I don't like football. So, like, everybody was just, like, talking about it. And it kind of annoyed me. I was like, actually, I would just rather not watch men in tights jump on each other. And some other kid in my class I'm not too fond of either was like, oh, why, Kate? You don't like men in tights doing that? And I was like, actually, I'd rather it would be women. But, yeah. And I was, like, flipping through a book at the time, so I really didn't even look up, and I just said it, and the whole class went, like, dead silent. I was like, thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Now I know how to shut these people up. Just shut the fuck up. All I wanted. But it worked. And then when I said something about the Puppy Bowl, he was like, well, the Puppy Bowl is not a real sport. Really? I had no idea that the Puppy Bowl was not a sport. I mean, I thought, I don't know, I mean, they run and they have, like, a point system. It could have been a sport. I don't know, the things you learn in class. Paris is a country. The Puppy Bowl is not a sport. I like tea because I'm a woman, and I don't like the Super Bowl because I'm a communist. Those are the things I've learned this week. Okay.